How good is the RPM-74? Should you bother running the LMG? Let's find out on today's episode of Bolero's podcast. All right, let's look at the upgrades on this thing and then look at its breakpoints afterwards. So, for upgrades, we have an aiming speed, balanced stock, we have a weight reduction or a moving while aiming. You can only have one of those, and then we also have a recoil decrease, which you would want, but it does require a blueprint. And for the middle of the gun, we have wear and tear from external 20% or wear and tear 20%. I would argue wear and tear 20% is better. External is from like when you get hit with melee attacks, anomalies, I think grenades as well, just from like combat. Wear and tear from use is better because if you're playing the game in a way where you're shooting enemies and not just like running into anomalies all day with your weapons equipped, this will give you more value. And then we have another weight reduction, and then you can get the scope mount so that you can mount an optic on it. We can get the counterweight to decrease the spread by 50%, and then we can also get another recoil decrease or an aiming speed increase. So depending on if you want more controllability, more control, I don't even think, is that a word? Controllability? All right, more control when shooting, more stability, there we go. You can go for the recoil decrease, or if you want to ADS faster, aiming speed is the way to go. Tactical foregrip, I would always recommend getting this. It's just a 10% decrease in recoil. And then for the front of the gun, muzzle brake, 10% more recoil decrease. I would grab that for sure. Another weight reduction, a wear and tear, a second wear and tear upgrade. So you have up to 35% increase in wear and tear, which is actually quite good. And then you have extra barrel rifling for more armor piercing. Weirdly, this thing doesn't have base 3 armor penetration. It only has like 2.5 or so. Maybe, yeah, probably around 2.5 because like 15% more of 2.5 would put you near 3. So it still gets you under 3, but your penetration, you know, you need this to have good penetration. The base damage on the RPM is 25, so it is a little bit higher than most guns. The only things that are higher than it are like the Nipro and like the Vintar for like assault rifles. But let's look at the breakpoints. For attachments for the LMG, the RPM-74, you can get a basic red dot, and you can also get the high capacity ammo box. So right now I have both, so let's remove the large ammo box. And it goes from 250 to 150 capacity. Let's breakpoint test the RPM. We'll start with AP ammo. I'm gonna try to just go for clean headshots, take my time. There's 2 types of exosuits also. This is one of the lesser exosuits. It 2-taps the lessers. Oh, let me line it up there. So we have 1 headshot on this guy. Has a really bad like switch to and from. 2 taps to heavier. It's actually pretty good. 2 taps with AP. Alright, so let's switch to normal. So 2 taps all exosuits with AP ammo. Reload and switch to and from speed. Like if I use like a healing item, it has extremely low readiness, so it takes a while to get it back out. Alright, so that guy ate some friendly fire there. So we have to assume, at minimum, it'll 2-tap. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so 3 taps. Alright, so its breakpoints are actually pretty good. Then if we kind of just go full auto, just kind of mows things down. And there's a guy behind, or maybe there's not. Alright, so 2 taps with AP ammo, the better exosuits. So there's 2 types of exosuits. There's these ones that are weaker, and then there's these ones with the brown helmet. And they have slightly, the long brown boots ones have less health, these ones have more health. So the AP ammo 2 taps both of them. So this actually is quite good. 2 tapping with AP ammo is pretty valuable. Now the big issues with this gun are its switch to and from speed and using items and stuff. So like if I go to heal, it takes forever to switch back to it. It also has a long reload. Let's check out its recoil pattern. Let's fire for longer. Alright, so it has a kind of S-curve that leans into the left. So to compensate, you have to drag down and to the right slightly. And even then, it still has, like, some variation where it kind of, like, arcs. So you could master this recoil pattern. I don't think it matters, though. You should probably just go for bursts. And for bursts, it kicks up into the right, so you have to, like, drag down into the left to get tight groups. And you want to go for, like, 3 shots. Now you could go for spam and kind of just keep dragging down, and you'll probably do fine. But consider it's, like, bad switch to and from speed. It's long reload. So you don't really want to get caught reloading under pressure. You want to kill a bunch of enemies, clear out areas, and then if there's enemies that are kind of like down a hallway or something, then you'd want to reload before pushing them. Same thing with like switching ammo types. Also, even for just healing, like if I heal and I'm under pressure, I would actually just like run away and sprint. Or can we, oh, maybe we can sprint cancel that. Here, so let's say we heal. Sprint cancel. Alright, so I would sprint cancel after a heal to get your weapon out faster, because like the drawing time is like quite long. But overall, pretty good breakpoints. It probably deserves a spot. It actually might deserve a spot in S tier. Well, if its ammo could be obtained. If they fixed its ammo with like a patch, so you can buy its ammo, because I think right now you still can't. But I think it's probably like an A tier type weapon in its current form. It has the breakpoints of an S tier weapon, but it's hard to get the AP ammo because you have to specifically kill an enemy that's using this to get the ammo from it, because you can't just go buy the ammo for it, which sucks. And there aren't like a ton of stashes that have this ammo either. But overall, pretty solid gun. I would put it at like A tier. I think I might have put it at B before, but maybe my most recent I put it in A. Pretty easy to 2-tap with if you're just going for like 2 taps. Well, maybe it's not super easy because its recoil is kind of like it kind of kicks in a random direction. Actually, it seems to kick to the right here. But yeah, that's it for this one. Definitely like and subscribe if you enjoyed this or found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one.